Alright everybody, welcome to a new series where we take a look at different tutorials and trials and attempt to just better our execution together. I am taking a look at Skullgirls' second encore today. This is a very much hyped game in terms of what, the fighting game community kind of expects from features, tutorials, trials, like just a netcode. And there was kind of a weird discussion about netcode and the excuses people make for it and blah 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 blah. It's just a whole big thing I don't want to get into right now. But in the conversation, a lot of people said, hey, Skullgirls pretty much does everything that you want from a fighting game. It is the perfect modern fighting game in terms of feature set. And Skullgirls also has the most hyped tutorial ever made. This is a tutorial that people say is basically the gold standard for teaching you how to play a fighting game. They recommend it as the fighting game to start with, to teach beginners how to play fighting games in general. So I'm back here, I'm taking a look at this tutorial, and we're gonna see what it's about. Now, I have played it before. This is not my first rodeo, and as far as skill level, I'd say I'm something between beginner and intermediate. Oh fuck, that's a big wall of text. Okay. Let's say blocking mid attacks. Most attacks can be defended by blocking. To block an incoming attack, you just need to be holding the direction opposite the way your character is facing, or towards their backs. For example, if you're facing right, you want to be holding left when the attack lands. From here on, this direction will be referred to as back. Many attacks can be blocked while standing or crouching. These middle height attacks or mid attacks are the most common types of attacks. You know what I hate about this? Like right off the bat is because of the way, like I said, I'm between like a beginner and intermediate. I'm not a total beginner as I was when I originally played this, which was like years ago, literally years ago, because everybody has a copy of Skullgirls. Like the instant that you start thinking about playing a fighting game, suddenly a copy of Skullgirls shows up into your Steam library because of the way people talk about it. The thing that I hate about this, as a person who knows a little bit more now, is fucking mid attacks. It's not even consistent terminology. It's like if you play Tekken and you try to fucking block a mid crouching, you're gonna get rocked because mids are fucking, well, they're high attacks in the terms of 2D fighting games. Blocking high attacks. Some attacks must be blocked while standing. Crouching while blocking will not defend against these attacks, so they're referred to as high attacks. Almost all attacks delivered while jumping are high attacks, so if your opponent is in the air, it is almost always advisable to be holding back if possible. Block high. Blocking low attacks. Other attacks must be blocked while crouching. These are called low attacks, and it's usually performed while crouching. If your enemy's on the ground, it's almost ideal to hold back if possible. Blocking overhead attacks. So these are what's called mid in 3D fighting games, I guess. What a nightmare. Some characters can deliver high attacks while standing, and these attacks are generally referred to as overhead attacks. Typically, overhead attacks are slow enough that you can see them coming and adjust your blocking appropriately. Okay, so like one of the first things about this tutorial, and I ran into this while I was trying to introduce, everybody says, this is the best thing, it's going to literally teach you how to play fighting games. I ran into this while trying to give somebody who was like amicable to the idea of learning it, but not like, all in on learning fighting games. Showing this to them, they said this feels like homework, like reading all this shit feels like homework. And literally this game is framing it as a classroom, which is, you know, it's fine, right? If you're gonna learn fighting games, you're gonna do the work. You're gonna have to do the work. But what they said is just like basically they just wanted to play the game. And this doesn't feel like playing the game. It feels like doing homework before you can like actually enjoy yourself. And there are a lot of things on that chalkboard before this. So, you know, like, if somebody thinks that fighting games are already a lot of work, this isn't going to convince them otherwise. Anyway, all characters have 6 normal attacks, light, medium, heavy, whatever. LP, blah blah blah. Let's see, now I already got 6 fucking buttons to play. Light attacks are fast and weak, hard and slow. Okay, right? Just push that button to do an attack, right? I accidentally skipped one. Let's see, heavy. Okay, jump. Okay, similar to jumping. They work differently while you're crouching. See, can you go back and read something?
Just a moment.
No. Okay, so you can't read. So if you miss something, you kind of just have to redo the tutorial. It's fine. This is like 30 seconds, right?
Incredible.
All right. Wow, seeing the fucking big scroll is just like, oh man, I'm gonna be here. This is gonna be like 2 hours long. Dashing. Press 2 buttons to dash. Right. You can dash in the air. Air dash. Yeah, it's an air dasher. Double jump. No one knows how they do it, but some characters can perform a rather mysterious feat, jumping a second time in mid-air. Despite the completely incomprehensible physics underlying it, the phenomenon is far more common than you would expect. Anyway, press jump again to... Okay, look at that. Alright. Super jump. Sorry, I had time for the noise. Another thing that happened in the last couple of years since I played this tutorial is that I switched to hitbox instead of playing on like a regular controller. So my inputs are 1,000 times louder. Special attacks. Yep. Okay. So you do a motion and you push a button. The Z one, when I started playing fighting games in the arcade when I was like fucking 10 in California, when I saw Z motion, that confused the shit out of me. Like, I didn't know what the hell is Z. That's not a Z motion. That does not. Because the thing that happens when you do a Z motion is, if you can see it, this arrows here, is you're tapping it to a direction. If you're on a joystick, you're tapping it to direction. You're letting it go back. And then you're doing down into the corner. That's not a Z motion because you're not moving the stick like that. If you try to do a Z on like a joystick, it doesn't come out right. It's like a tap and then it's like a third, like 2/3 to a Hadoken afterwards, which is like especially confusing to me as somebody who like grew up playing games on keyboards. Okay, let's see. Special attack strength, you can change it with different. Dramatic tension. Oh, I accidentally skipped it. I assume dramatic tension is just a meter, right? It's a good name for a meter. The dramatic tension gauge. Very good old-timey film style. Okay, let's try her Gregor Samson. Blockbuster attack. I do appreciate their Art Deco movie aesthetics in terms of UI. Okay. The fact that it scrolls really fucks me up. This is an HD fucking game, man. You could put all those numbers on here. I'm gonna go this. Okay, it's like 7 chapters of this. Let's go down to 6. You can put number 8. You can put, oh, fucking. You could put 10 on the screen. You really could. Where was I? Blockbuster attack. Team dynamics. Like, this is in the basic section, obviously, because this is a tag game. But you'll be a little confused if you try to start tagging in Street Fighter, I'm gonna say. I mean, I grew up playing fucking Marvel and X-Men versus Street Fighter and all that other stuff, so like, I get it. And I know people know what a tag game is, but what's this? Okay. Oh, because this is gonna be. Oh, they disable my grab? Okay, fair enough. That's probably smart. Am I like... Oh. Oh man, this is like already a lot to take in, to be honest. Like I said, like, it's a playing game, there's gonna be a lot to take in. But like, I think that a thing that a lot of these tutorials never do is let you actually put a lot of this stuff into practice. Like, I know like there's a practical exam at the end of this thing probably, but like, man, like, doing combinations of buttons is like one of the things that fucks me up a lot in fighting games. Like, it's hard to remember all the combinations of shit that you need to do. Ensemble text. Assists, right. Okay. What is this? This one? Or macro one? Oh, light punch plus medium kick. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I know, like, you can set like a macro for it, which I think I'm gonna do like right now. Also, I wish this macro fucking called itself assist, because then I would actually use it, right? Like, this is... Wait, what is this? Huh? Outtake. The terminology is already here. Okay. Medium punch, medium kick. So you do... Oh, okay, it switches you out? No, it switches them out. It's snapback. Okay. Using outtake as a single character team against an opponent using a team or more can heal a portion of any accumulated red health. Okay. That's a lot. I didn't know that. That's a lot to take in. Like I said, games are fucking complicated. Can remove all the opponent's red health. Team of 2 more characters against a single character. So now we're already talking team dynamics. This is basic tutorial shit. I think when I first played this game, like a long time ago, I kind of, all this stuff here, like anything past specials and supers, like, I did this. To this day, I did not remember the cut button combination for doing tag stuff, so that stuff just whoosh, obliterated out of my head. And that's under beginner tutorials. Let's see, intermediate shit. This, I remember this destroyed me the first time I tried it. Defending mix-ups. Now this is useful shit. Yep, okay. So people are gonna, okay. They really gotta stop with the block texts, right? Like, I feel like I'm reading a book about playing fighting games. Like, I've spent more time reading than pushing buttons, and I already know what most of this stuff is. That was a mix-up. All she did with lows. Got my ass. This is at least a little bit better. This is at least a little bit better than trying to do it in like an actual match, because in an actual match, if I miss that mix-up, that's actually like a fucking 20-hit combo. Okay, see, I was gonna say that the text in that box was useful because it was telling you basically you always want to be crouch blocking unless you see them stand. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Let's see. I feel like I'm overdue for one. There you go. But it disappeared and it was behind my character as I was getting cornered, so I wish stuff would slow down and like let you, aside from that, like I wish stuff would slow down and like let you, you know, put shit into practice. I think this is one of the better tutorials of the ones that I've just played, because like I actually got to do a thing and like actually forces me to learn the thing. The other ones I saw, you see that text and your brain just disappears. And like I said, like if you're gonna learn fighting games, you're gonna learn fighting games, you're gonna put in the work. But I think, I don't know, like I had this feeling before and I'm kind of having it again. If you're recommending this thing as the thing to teach you fighting games, I mean, it's definitely cool that it's teaching you like fundamentals instead of just like making you do a combo trial or whatever. But I feel like people say this is the best tutorial in fighting games because tutorials in fighting games are like super lacking. Like I've seen people say the same thing about like the MK and Injustice ones, and I fucking think they're terrible. They just like make you do a thing, like they nominally tell you how to play a fighting game, but they do the opposite of this. Instead of taking so long, they like do it in such a short period of time, like you don't have anything. Like a thing I want to emphasize is like you need to put this into practice, and that's gonna like literally be like a mental workout to like learn this shit. Like it's like going to the gym, and nobody wants to like go to the gym for their like nobody wants to go to the gym for their like relax. I guess like people do that, but like if you're gonna be like, I'm gonna chill with the fighting game, like the last thing you want to do is like, I don't know, do your workout. Like imagine coming from your workout and coming here, you're gonna do another workout. I mean, some people are into that shit, but those people are already in, right? Like the people who go to the gym for fun are the same people who play fighting games for fun. Or like they have a similar attitude, I feel like. Okay, recovery period. I'm glad that they fucking didn't get into like frame data shit, because like sometimes when people tell you this stuff, like they tell you and like, oh, you gotta know about frame data. Like I feel like that's way more complicated than it needs to be. Like, yeah, you recover after you do an attack. I got it. I understand from like everything. Oh. Okay, I think I just gotta do a light. Ooh. Yo, give me a countdown. Girl, chill. Oh, yikes. Oh, okay, they disable my buttons until I can push a button. That's weird. I feel like they should just, like, let you get hurt. Punish while defending. I guess I have to start with some lights. The recovery over slide. Okay, here we go. Oh, nope. I thought that drill was for slide. Can I move to the other side? No, it will only let me block. I don't like that. I feel like I don't got time to, like, recover my brain. I think this is like No, the defending one. The original one was defending. That stumped me, like, when I played this, like, way back. This would have been, like, 360 era. I was just, like, playing Marvel for fun. Like, not really, like, understanding everything about it, but, like, enjoying, like, going through its mechanics. So, like, this made sense to me a little bit. But I got up to here, and I think I just, like... I kind of, like, disappeared. I mean, first of all, I didn't know how to block, so... It took me forever to beat that blocking one, and then after that, I just kind of gave up. Like I said, I'm just talking, like, from a beginner's perspective. That's, like, the stuff that was really hard for me. I can, if I wasn't talking about this, I could probably go through it pretty fast. Although, obviously, my guards are fucking trash because it took me so long to do the last one. Pokes are safe. Like, you see, you kind of should have told me this last time. But I guess, like, there was already a huge block of attacks. Can you wave dash in this game? I thought you press 2 buttons. I guess you can't wave dash. Crouching light hit, punch and kick. Okay. Chains, light kick, medium kick. This game being 6 buttons is already a lot. I forgot this was a 6-button game. I thought it was like Marvel 2 style, because this game is like a Marvel 2-esque game where it has like 2 attack buttons and 2 assist buttons. It is not. It is definitely not. It has all fucking 6 buttons and assists. Man. Like 8 buttons, that's a lot. And there's more combinations of buttons than that. Yeah. Hit confirmation chain. Okay. My brain's disappeared. Like, I'm not reading this at all. I like don't want to read this. I'm like looking at all this, like, I mean, whatever. I know. Let's see, light, medium. Hit confirm. So it wants me to poke with what? This? Okay. And then just finish with... Okay. Finish with heavy if the second one hits. Is that safe? Crouching medium safe? I think like the practical parts of these where like they actually like make you do a thing, pretty good. Like I like actually being able to put them to practice. I think like this block of text shit is going to be a huge stumbling block for a lot of people. Okay, high-low mix-ups after jumping hard punch. Oops. One of these, since these. Oh, fuck. There we go. See, I wish I could try that a couple times before I said move on. A few ground normals hit high. Okay, it's talking about overheads, right? Attacking with low attacks and change to high ones. Oh, why did it give me Parasol? She's got weird shit. Like her movement feels weird. Did you see this? That's not just animation. Like she moves and then she stops. Like I'm holding the button. I'm not doing anything. Should give me some like, especially since like I gotta do a. Oh, okay, I see. I see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially since I gotta like do a command normal. Let's see, overhead, chain, medium into overhead. Okay. Jump heavy, crouch light into medium. Okay, so it wants me to do one of these, into this, gets blocked, into this. Wait. Then back heavy kick. Oh, okay, like this. Oh, okay, so put it together with hit confirm and get the extra hit. Okay. That is it light? Light? I missed it. Okay. I guess I just have to do it faster. Because I did it, but I guess I did it too slow the first couple times. So this, and then, you know, you just gotta hold back. I messed up. If you haven't guessed, the confirming shit is like a huge weakness of mine. They should have made me do this 10 times. I wanted to fucking do it 10 times. Because, like, I did not get that. Like I said, this is solidifying my feeling that the practical part of these are pretty good. Fuck, they introduced throwing now? I guess it makes sense to introduce it after mix-ups and stuff. Like, why would you want to throw? I guess it makes sense as far as, like, stuff you need to worry about before, like you're not gonna know how to use throws until you know how to, like, force people to block and stuff. But also they threw in assists and supers and shit in there. So, like, are you gonna do all the basic controls, or are you gonna do the whatever? That's just annoying to me. A lot of, like, people are probably just, like, getting super irritated at me. A lot of this is just me nitpicking, and, like, me emotionally feeling this game out, rather than, like, I don't know, critical criticism or whatever of this. Because, like, at the point I am and now, I understand why all this stuff happens, but I also think, like, if fighting game players think like fighting game players, they don't think like people trying to learn a fighting game. And so they think this is great because this is teaching them stuff they already know. Or, no, I'm sure, like, somebody learned this fighting games through Skullgirls or whatever, but they think this is great because they, like, already understand, right? Like, they get what this game's trying to do already. If I'm a beginner, I think this is really overwhelming, and I definitely was overwhelmed. Like, I did not do all the tutorials in each column the whole time. What is this? You have to stand uncomfortably close to an opponent. This game, yeah, this dash is weird. The thing with Skullgirls is, like, there's a lot of characters with, like, unorthodox movesets and stuff. She doesn't have any here, though. I don't know, I've yet to find a fighting game that has, like, a happy medium between making things feel literally like work and, like, making you feel like you're doing a challenge of fighting a game. Poke and throw. Okay, classic throw setup. So just... I'm too slow. I wish it would tell me that I'm too slow. Like, what's the recovery on this? Okay, you can't just match this out. It doesn't work. The timing is, like, you gotta do it, like, right at the end of her recovery. Up. I wish it wasn't so easy to skip those. To break. Oh, throw breaks. Okay, sure. Oops, that was too early. I should tell you if you're early or late. I don't like that they literally disable your controls. I mean, I get why. It just feels weird. I mean, that makes it like more foolproof because you can't like be like fucking around. Like God knows, like other games have definitely made it like way easy to not do what you're supposed to do. Okay, cool. Now I'm blocking mix-ups and watching for throws. I'm just gonna jump. See, that one though, I feel like that one was easier to do than the blocking one. Maybe because I already knew. But she also did like the same mix-up every single time. Okay, now we're gonna get, alright, just 7 chapters of this. Like, this is a combo. You can tell this is where they start doing combos because I drop out of school. Let's see. Creates hit stun. You can't escape it. Standing. What's a stand? I wish they would say what SHP means. Like, you need to put the notation, like, standing. I'd also, like, alternatively like to have whatever button I'm mapped to. Like, I get it. Whatever. That's more work. And, like, your buttons could be fucking everything. Anything. So it makes sense to just leave it. So you can just make the icons for the attacks, but Injustice does this. I think NetherRealm games in general do this, where they like will change the command depending on what button you have set and what direction you're facing, which is like fucking thank you. Although when I play on a fucking arcade stick, it fucks me up because I don't know which buttons are which. I just know which buttons do what. So, mileage may vary. Recovery period, and then you gotta cancel. Okay, canceling, sure. This tutorial's so long. Outstanding hard punch. Let's see. Was that not fast enough? I messed up. I was looking to see if the attack would hit before I pushed it. Okay. Combo 2. Skipping forward in chains. What? Light punch, light kick, medium punch, medium kick, heavy kick. However, if you try to do this combo, the medium kick will sometimes miss because the medium punch will push them out of your... Why? But how do I know what my chain is to start with? Is that in the moves list? No. So how would I even know to skip that part of the chain? I didn't know that was a chain to start with. Okay. Oh, it's heavy kick. Okay. I'm not gonna remember what that other one was. Chains work the same if you are crouching or standing. Okay. No, it's medium kick. Mix change. Standing and crouching can be in the same. Okay. light punch, and then light kick. And then light punch, light kick, and standing medium punch. And then medium kick, and then, okay. Oh, I missed the kick. I went too fast. And then I went too slow. Wait. Oh, crouching. Crouching medium attack. Okay. Sure. I just totally missed that there was a C there. I think I can do next unfinished lesson now. Launcher. Launcher is standing heavy punch, and then jump heavy punch. Did I not do that correctly? Oh, it's too slow. Chain in the air. Okay. Standing hard punch, jump forward, and then light punch, light kick, and skip right to heavy kick. Okay. Is that not fast enough? Oh, it was definitely not fast enough. Yeah, I can tell because I'm looking at the combo bar. Wait. That's right. Light. Is that not... Do I have a different move if I'm holding it? Wait, what's wrong with jump hard kick? This is jump hard kick, right? Yeah. Oh, it's just not going fast enough. Special and block bots your cast early and work exactly the same as they do on the ground. Oh, man, I fucking forgot that I... Did we learn that? Did we learn special cancels? Did we learn them on the ground before we did them in the air? That's what I'm trying to do. Light punch, light kick, medium, into heavy. Airball? What's airball? Oh, that. So... Oh, no, I wasn't supposed to kick. No, I was supposed to kick. I was supposed to add medium kick. Okay. Oh, man. This is what I remembered why I don't play Skullgirls. Oh, this is so much. I know, like when you actually start playing it, it's not that much. Let's break it down. So we got to do this, and then we want to jump, and then we're gonna do light punch, light kick, medium kick, this, and then what was it? 2. Whoa! What the fuck? What the fuck is Gregor Samson? Back 2 kicks. So I want to do like one of these and one of these. Okay, let's break it down. Let's do this. Oops, these are all standing right. Launch, light, and then medium. Okay. Medium kick. I missed. I wish there was like a thing that told you what you missed last time in the chain. Medium. Okay. I think I got the medium that time. Airball. Oh, hard kick airball. So I gotta do into this. I missed the medium. Did I get the medium kick that time? No, I missed. I went too fast this time. light punch, light kick. There's like a lot to remember. I know it's just like pushing buttons around the controller. And this is the part where you like either get into a groove or you're totally tune out and then start doing its lobby. I'm usually the latter part, as you can see. See, the part was like, it takes a long time to hit confirm something for me, so like, I like end up waiting to just like see if this will hit. And like by the time I like realize it's there, it's done, and I can't cancel into another move. I will say this game does feel good. These attack names are really funny. I think it's really funny that they have attack names for like just normal attacks, like pushing one button. Do the snip snip, into the knee high, into the leg warmer, into the chompador. Jump, do a straight razor, into a thigh high, into a bounce and volume, into an air ball, into Gregor Samson. I want commentators who know all the normals, the names of the normals, and call them out during a match. Oh man, okay, I think I got closer. Oh, too early. Oh, and then I dropped the last one. There it is. Ta-da! I really wish I could do that again. I mean, I could just skip through all the other parts again. Let me move on. Let me tell you when I'm ready to move on. Reaction shot. Oh, push blocking. Fuck, man. That's like way closer to what actually happens when you get hit in one of these games, except like it's 4 times as long. Okay, so they can hit you on the ground. Ground recovery. How am I supposed to push this? Just holding it? Or do I like... Should I mash it? No. What did it say? Play again. Okay. Oh fuck, I gotta do this part too? I just wanted a way to... Just hold any attack after you're knocked down. Oh, you have to press an attack button. It doesn't say this in like the little box. Okay. You can't see it, but I'm shrugging. I like that she turns into a flag. Let's see. Jumping attacks are a good way to start a combo. They're also a good way to get hit into one. Jumping heavy kick into standing medium punch. Oh, okay. As late as possible. Yep. Some Street Fighter 4 bullshit. Wow. Okay. This is the hardest jumping I've ever done in my life. Oh, it's medium punch. I don't think that actually helped. Oh, okay. Why didn't medium kick? Oh, okay, whatever. That's a lot. All I have to do is wrap. I did the wrong super. Oh, this is command grab. I thought it was going to be a super. Crouching, heavy. Jumping, medium. It should... I wish it would like still tell you to jump cancel. And then light, medium, heavy. Light, medium. It's a jump, and then heavy kick. This feels like going to school. I'm exhausted. Went to study hall. Where's break? And then, okay. So this one I think I actually have some... Oops, that was the wrong one. Let's jump heavy kick, right? Oh, it's just not fast enough. And then crouch light kick. Right. One of these. And then it goes on forever. That's not a button. I missed. Nope, I missed the punch. Oops, heavy kick. Oops, I did some weird command normal. And then I got a punch on. Okay. Ah, yikes. Ah, the punch part is like fucking me up. I think this is gonna be my last one. It's like, whoa, this is a lot. I'll have to come back for part 2 and see if like I can do any of that advanced shit. Heavy kick. Fuck the part that there's like 6 buttons really. Oh, I have to do that. The part that there's 6 buttons like really makes it a lot to take in. That's just me being. That's just my brain having a limit on its processing capabilities. That's like, whatever. If you want to make a 6-button game, make a 6-button game. I personally do think it is easier to start with a game that has less than 6 buttons. And Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle does not count because it has got like 3 buttons, but it has like 15 combinations of attacks that you can do with those somehow. Standing medium. This part is gonna get, that's so hard. Oh, I did do it, but I was too slow. Yeah, I thought that worked. No. I was holding it. I was just... Oh, I did the wrong one. Anyway. Is that like an instant air dash? Can you do an air dash? I did like some kind of flying motion. Oh, sick. Oh, is that just punch? That's so good. Mix up. I wish you could like cancel it. Oh, can you? Yeah, that's nasty. That's disgusting. It's like an instant air dash. Mix up them on one button. Oh, no. Oh, just kidding. Or, just kidding, or whatever. Right. I don't know how to play this game. What's an actual combo? What is it? Get into the fucking around portion of being in school. I'm kind of glad that they have regular Street Fighter 2 combination for grab, because like I always accidentally do forward and heavy in Marvel when I don't want to. Let's give it one more try. I missed. Oops. Hey. Oh no, it's not done. Jumping heavy kick. That's a standing medium punch. They should give me the fucking motion for that. This, and then so one of these. No. Oh, I thought it was okay, let's see. You know, I understand why fucking chain games are 3 buttons now. Because having to go through all 6 buttons in a combo is like a lot. Oh, it was too slow? Oh, sorry, I gotta do standing medium kick, okay. I thought I had it for a second, I was about to be impressed with myself. There you go. Hey! Okay, I mean, it's fair enough, like, I don't think they expect you to do all of them in, like, an hour and, like, actually, you know, become an expert by the end of it. I guess what I would say, let's go fuck around in trainer mode for final thoughts. This is a lot of options. I'm gonna pick one character. Eliza.
Let's dance, darling. Get ready.
I guess the thing I would say about this is, oh god, I love Eliza. I think this thing where her like, what the fuck, man? What the shit is this? Wait, do you see this? You see this shit? This is one button. This is one button. This game's disgusting, man. This game's disgusting. Go, yeah. I guess like my final thoughts are, I don't know if this is the best tutorial. I like, after years of this game after this game's come out, I hope this is not the best tutorial in fighting games. I know people hype it still as like the best thing to learn because it like will teach you fundamentals or whatever, but the way that it's mixed in with like weird peculiarities of Um, this game specifically makes it kind of difficult to recommend as like a starting point, just as on its own. If you like the aesthetics of this game and you like playing it and you like doing nasty shit like this on one button, and like the fucking, like, this game's got style, man. Can I like, I guess that's like, is that a jump cancel situation? There are things to like about this game, for sure. I just think that it's a little misguided to say this is the best fighting game way to learn fighting games, because like the reality is like fighting games are hard. Learning these concepts is gonna be hard. It's gonna like actual work. This game still feels like actual work, and I don't think some of the ways that it like has you practice some of these concepts is useful. Like, I want a challenge mode that is like the blocking tutorial in this, but it's like, you know, a full actual in-game challenge rather than feeling like homework. Like, I know Injustice had those like different missions where you like did different weird things, something like that, but for like actual like learning the game, as opposed to like you know, shooting asteroids where the fuck those missions were in Injustice. Well, something that's like codified in the game as like a thing to do, like an achievement to like go for, kind of like combo trials, but for like blocking. I don't know, some of the wall of text approach is really not. I like, at some point you're just gonna have to read. Like, I realize that like I'm saying this like again from like as like a general standpoint, not as like this is an invalid way to make a game, or like a serious like I can't believe they made such a bad game kind of criticism. I just like the wall of text approach is really fucking bad for retaining somebody's attention. Like, you need some kind of framing. I feel like you need some kind of framing around it to really get something out of it. No, I can't grab. Okay. To like, yeah, to like, you need some kind of framing to like make it fun, and like actual time to like practice the individual parts, because like the only thing I could do was like restart the whole lesson over, and then I would have to do the rest of the lesson to get to like maybe like one specific part of the combo trial that I want to try, as opposed to like I didn't want to do push blocking and then have to do OTG or whatever practice, or I didn't want to do push blocking before I had to do OTG practice or whatever. And like, if they're not, they did a lot of work on this game. I wouldn't blame them for never going back to it again, because as it is fairly complete, and it does have a strong, from what I can see, it does have a strong, a decent way to learn some of the concepts and stuff. But if I'm gonna read a wall of text, I'm just gonna literally read a wall of text. If I'm gonna do work to learn a fighting game, I'm just going to do it. And I feel like there are better ways to get this information more effectively outside of this game. Overall, I think I'm just going to do the same thing that me and Curly have been recommending on our podcast, and just say, like, if you want to learn fighting games, you gotta just pick a game that you like, actually like, and learn how to play that game, and then you'll learn how to play the rest of them after that. There's no, I want to go into this saying that like there's no tutorial that will fundamentally just teach you how to play all fighting games on its own. At least as far as I know. If you fucking know one, let me know. And I think like it's very misleading to tell people this game will literally teach you how to play fighting games. This game will teach you how to play Skullgirls and teach you a couple ideas that'll be useful in other ones. But if you're not here for what this game's doing, and like it's tag aesthetics, its aesthetics and its combo system and all that other stuff, like, you're not gonna stick around. And when you see that wall of text, if you don't want to learn this game, you will not stick around. You pick a game that you enjoy, pick a game that you want to learn, and stick with that game, and you'll find something to enjoy. We'll see if there's any other trial modes and training tutorials that do a better job than this, but like, yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of things I like about this game's approach, but I feel like it's a little outdated, and I don't think this is a recommendation on my part for the starting point for fighting games. Anyway, until next time, peace.